Hi, this is Renee Olivia, and in this video, I wanted to talk about the difference between baby blues and postpartum depression. And I think it's appropriate because I just gave birth 6 weeks ago to my second son. He's amazing and I love him dearly. But I am experiencing similar things that I experienced with my first son, Tristan. And I didn't really know what those feelings were the first time since I was a first time mom. And after talking to a few other moms, I basically diagnosed myself with the baby blues, out of what they were saying and what I was feeling. And again, I'm feeling the same thing, although I feel it a little bit more strongly and more intense than I did the first time around. And maybe that's because of my age. I don't know. I'm 47. But anyway, instead of diagnosing myself like I did last time, because I'm not a doctor at all, so I decided maybe I should do some research like I should have done the first time. So I came across this article that kind of jumped out at me. It's from parents.com, and the author is, let me look at my notes, Jennifer D'Angelo Friedman. And I just wanted to kind of figure out which one I was actually experiencing, because postpartum is no joke, and I've heard horror stories, and I just want to make sure, I'm being safe and all of that and being responsible. So let me just tell you what I've been feeling, and if anyone who's experienced this or experienced anything that I'm talking about, I would love to hear your feedback and your comments and what you did to help yourself and whatever it is. I would really appreciate it. So what I've been feeling is I cry all the time for no reason. I'm really, really super sensitive. I yell at my husband over things and get upset with him over things I normally wouldn't. I'm impatient. Listen, I'm an impatient person, but I feel like I'm way more impatient now than before. I not getting any sleep because I'm breastfeeding, and I'm basically breastfeeding every couple hours, and it's just really taking a toll on me. I can't breastfeed enough. I can't get enough milk to stock it up so I can sleep, and it doesn't matter anyway because Caden wakes up every couple hours. So the no sleep is really, really taking its toll on me. I mean, after 6 weeks, it's like, I don't know how much more I can take. It's pretty bad. So the other thing that I'm experiencing, a week after I had Caden, I went downstairs to pick up some packages. We live in a condo building. And I ran into this guy that lives in the building, and he asked me when I was due. And I was so upset. I didn't act like I was upset. I just said I gave birth a week ago. He felt like an idiot. And listen, I never ask women. I don't care if they're 9 months pregnant. I never ask anyone when they're due or anything about them being pregnant, because you just don't know. And so anyway, after he said that, I went upstairs and I literally just bawled my eyes out. I was so upset. It's just you're already hormonal, you're already sensitive, you're already sad, you're already getting no sleep and all this stuff, and then a guy makes that comment and you're just like, oh my gosh, that's just not what you wanted to hear. Thank God my mom was here, and my husband and my mom, and oh my God, Tristan, my 4-year-old, he was the sweetest. I was crying hysterically, and he just hugged me. And he's like, Mommy, I think you're beautiful. I love you. And that made me cry harder because he's just such a sweet, sensitive soul, and just made me feel so much better. And I was upset that I got upset in front of Tristan. It just, I couldn't help it. It just came out. So anyway, again, it's this, sensitive and hormonal and, wanting to cry and being sad and depressed and all that stuff. All that comes along with having a baby. So those are things that I've been feeling. I'm sorry about my nails. I have not been getting a manicure, pedicure because I don't have time and all this stuff. And this is basically my first video since giving birth. Anyway, I'm ranting and kind of digressing. But so anyway, in the article, and I'll look down at my notes because the symptoms of baby blues, okay, is she says, let's see, she says you cry all the time, you're really sensitive, you know, that's definitely me. And it usually lasts, the baby blues last from the day you give birth for about 2 weeks. And definitely longer for me this time. I think that's what it was with Tristan. It was basically only the first couple weeks, but it's 6 weeks now and I'm still feeling most of this stuff. Oh, the other thing I'm feeling is I'm antisocial. I really don't want to, you know, listen, I barely have time to shower, let alone put on makeup and do my hair. Lucky I could do this today. Like, I just don't feel like doing it. And when you don't feel good and you don't feel like you look good, you definitely don't want to be social. So it's just like the spiral thing, kind of go down this rabbit hole. But anyway, so she says part of that baby blues is you're being antisocial and you don't feel like doing anything and stuff like that. The other symptom is experience depression, sadness, irritability, and anxiety. That's like what I said before. And the last thing is the symptoms go away on their own. Okay, so that's the signs of baby blues, which I basically have all of them except for it's lasting longer than 2 weeks. So the signs of postpartum, she says, symptoms last longer than 2 weeks and are much more severe, which is definitely what I have. So, okay, so I'll go back to that. The second thing that she says is to cry a lot, but also have thoughts of harming the baby and yourself. Definitely, I do not have any of those signs, thankfully. The other thing is being obsessive about things and thinking you're incompetent and you worry about the baby's health. I don't think I have any of those, so that's good. And then the last thing is it lasts 2 to 3 months after birth. So I think the similarities are the intensity of what I'm feeling and the length of time that it's taking me to feel these things and get over it. So thankfully I don't have the really severe symptoms of wanting to harm the baby or myself and things like that. But I think I need to be really careful. And I think like even me taking a shower and getting ready to do this video, like the makeup and the hair, it definitely helps. Like it's funny how you just feel like a different person, and it can help even in the slightest way. So I think what I need to do, and again, I'm not diagnosing myself, but I need to take care of myself as much as taking care of my baby, because if you can't take care of yourself, then you're not going to be any help to your kids. So I'm just going to be really extra careful and conscious, whatever, about how I'm feeling, and really trying to get back into my normal life of being social, taking care of myself. And that's going to be part, when I go back to work, it's probably going to definitely help. But I'm glad I did the research, and it made me feel better about thinking it's more the baby blues than postpartum, but it's getting that fine line. So at least I know what to look for and look for the signs. And obviously if I get to where I feel like I need to talk to a specialist or a therapist, then I'm definitely going to do that and talk to my doctor. So anyone out there who is listening and experiencing the postpartum symptoms, definitely reach out to someone to talk to and talk to your doctor. And I definitely will if this persists. But I feel like I'm getting better, and I feel like I know what to look for now. So anyway, I just needed to get this out and talk about it. I know a lot of women maybe don't want to talk about this, but I feel like it's important. And hopefully, you know, things will get better, and I'll get more sleep, which will help too. But anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, like it, and I would really love your comments on this one, because I think it's important, and I would love to even hear what other people have gone through. It would be great. And I would love for you to subscribe if you do like the videos that I've been putting out there. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.